Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, the thickest update to Arknights is finally here. So if you need some Arknights thickness in your life, then you may as well skip this video because I already know your answer. But before we get into that, I would like to give a special thank you to all my viewers and subscribers on this channel. We managed to hit 5k subs, that's a crazy number, to me at least. And I never really thought I'd get to this point, and it's so much fun to make videos. I'll never give up. So to show my thanks, I want to host another giveaway on this channel. So this time I'm going to give one monthly headhunting pack to one winner and a monthly card to 2 other people. So 3 winners altogether, and all you need to enter is subscribe of course, and type your favorite operator on this video. Also, I better see more than one swear this time, or else there's gonna be some problems for my fellow doctors. Also, I'm gonna be drawing the winners on the 27th, so watch out for that video, and yeah, good luck. Alright then, let's get back onto the video, shall we? So, as you know, our next event we're going to Brazil, and we all know what happens in Brazil stays in Brazil. So we're gonna begin a new banner called Heart of Steel. This banner will include 3 new operators on rate up. They are Eunectes, Flint and Aciddrop. Meteorite will also have a rate up alongside them, so that's a nice little bonus for you guys. Also, Tomimi will be our new event welfare operator. She is completely free for everyone to get. So yeah, let's take a look at these new operators, starting with Eunectes. Alright, so Eunectes is our new 6-star guard. Oops, I meant defender guys. Emphasis on defender by the way. I say that because she can only block 1 enemy as a defender. Her trait also states that she can only recover SP while blocking an enemy, so it can sometimes be a bit tricky to gain SP, but if you have her in the front line, which of course is where she belongs, you should have literally like no problem gaining SP for your skills. Now moving on to her first talent. This allows her to deal additional damage when HP is above 50%, and when HP is lower than 50%, she can gain the shelter buff, which allows her to take reduced physical and arts damage. In my opinion, this talent is really strong, since if you're able to keep her above 50% HP, you pretty much have a permanent attack buff, and at the same time you have built-in survivability with the shelter effect. And her second talent is pretty much a SP battery when blocking enemies. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, now for her skills. Her S1, very simple, bonus attack speed and defense as a passive. There's not much really to talk about there. And next we have her S2. This skill increases her attack intervals while also gaining a pretty hefty attack buff for the duration of the skill. But the funny part about this skill is that the blocked enemies are continuously stunned for the duration of the skill, which pretty much means you can stun lock an enemy for the whole duration of the skill, which is really fun to use and can pretty much be really useful when dealing with certain enemies that need special attention or just general stalling. But do remember, you have block 1, so you're only stunning 1 enemy at one time. And lastly, we have our S3, the big Gundam as the community says. You basically get to slice up the enemy with a big ass modified compactor. With this, she gains a really nice attack buff alongside with a fat defense buff as well. And not only that, she gains 2 block count and recovers HP per second, so literally with this skill she turns into an actual defender. This skill is pretty much built to be a soloing machine, not only with dealing with mobs but also bosses as well, mainly because of the big defense buff she gains and the massive HP recovery. This skill is especially good when paired with her talent, since it's really helping her stay above 50% HP, allowing her to get that big attack buff. The only downside to this skill is the 5-second stun after the skill ends, and it's kind of weird because 5 seconds is almost nothing, and being a block 1 operator, it literally feels like it doesn't even exist. So it's kind of weird, like I don't even know why they put a 5-second stun in there, but hey, you do you. So overall, Eunectes is a really cool defender if you can get used to her block 1 gimmick. She has pretty good survivability due to her talent and S3, while also having the firepower to take care of anyone who challenges herself and her robot. So in short, if you use guards a lot, you're gonna love her. Alright, next we have Flint. So welcome another block 1 guard to your squad. Well, technically block 0, but let's take a look at this new brawler. So as you know, with brawler guards, her only trait is to block 1 enemy, which is pretty simple, but who needs a block count when you're literally going to be beating the living hell out of your opponents, right? Next is a talent. It increases damage dealt to enemies not blocked by herself. This is a pretty decent skill since you can pretty much place her beside someone who's blocking all the enemies. It also ties in really well with her S2. So moving on, we have her S1. This skill allows Flint's next attack to deal additional damage and push the target enemy away, while slowing them by the way. This skill has a really short SP cost at 4, which means it's really spammable as long as you're hitting the enemy. So if you've used Theta before, Theta's S1, it's really similar to that. Next we have our S2. With this skill you really need to time it well since it reduces her block count to 0, but it also increases her attack and attack speed while also slowing the enemy. This is a pretty much upgraded bee hunter skill and it ties really nicely with her talent since she will no longer be blocking any enemies at all. The slow is also super useful because it pretty much gives her more time to beat down on the enemy, but I really wish it would increase her skill range a bit more so she can truly take advantage of that slow she has. But overall it's not bad, but if she had that skill range it would be so strong, it would be so good. But overall, with the right support and the team setup, Flint can really be a force to be reckoned with, though she's pretty replaceable if you're not really into the brawler playstyle. Alright, so now we have Aciddrop. Aciddrop is our new 4-star close range sniper, which I kinda accidentally completely forgot about. But let's all agree she has the best drip in the game. She has the best fashion, bro. Her outfit is top tier. So as usual with close range snipers, we're expecting a kit to pretty much resolve around dealing damage. So starting with her talent, every attack deals additional minimal damage equal to the percentage of her attack. This is a good skill for her since it pretty much allows her to deal consistent damage to all kinds of enemies, especially high defense enemies since it has that minimal damage percentage. You could also compare it to Project Red because they have pretty similar talents if you look at Project Red's talent. Next we have some very simple skills to go over, starting with her S1, attack speed. And next her S2, this allows her to gain an okay amount of attack, but what makes this skill shine is being able to deal 2 hits when attacking. It's kind of like a toned down Greyfoot or Exu skill. So overall she's an okay close range sniper for what she specialises in, but I feel like she's not really that impactful enough to be used over other snipers we have in the game. It's kind of weird that her SP cost is so high as well, like unreasonably high, which is like a massive downside to her in my opinion. Okay, and finally we have our welfare operator Tomimi. She has the biggest tail in the West, don't you just want to hug it? So Tomimi is a new 5-star caster and a pretty unique one as well. Why you ask? Well, starting with her talent, while her skills are active it reduces her attack range by a lot. Like a ridiculous amount considering she's a ranged caster operator. Even our ranged guards have more range than Tomimi. Also her talent changes her attack to physical damage, so that's actually pretty cool, and she also gains a pretty beefy attack buff. But to put the cherry on top, she can only attack enemies on the ground. It's a really unique talent and it definitely has its pros like the massive attack buff, but it 100% has its cons. It's probably more cons than pros to be fair. So starting with our S1, attack speed. And now for our S2, welcome to the party skill. This skill is pretty much purely RNG based, unless you M3 of course, but even then you still need to roll the dice of either getting a stun or a big swing from a staff. Dice roll! So what does it do? It gives a chance to activate either a stun or an attack that deals bonus attack damage. So you pretty much need to roll the dice twice to actually get what you want, which can be kind of annoying but really fun to use. So if you love party operators, then Tomimi is like literally just for you. So overall, Tomimi is a really unique operator, really fun to use, and she can deal both arts and physical damage, which can be like pretty strong since we don't have many operators that can do that. but my main problem is the tiny attack range she has when she activates her skills, and of course the RNG that's evolved, but you know, she's a party operator, so we can't even like make fun of that. And now the main question, should you roll this banner? Well, yes, but actually no.
Yes, but actually no.
So this is an awkward time to be rolling on a banner, mainly because us global players have mystic eyes and can literally see into the future. And I'm pretty sure all of you know that certain busted operator that's coming very soon, so if you really love and want Eunectes or any of the 5 stars, then you could roll for this banner. But in my opinion, you should probably hold your precious scatter currency and only do the guaranteed 5 star or above, mainly because of that certain operator that is on the way. Another reason is because the other operators in this banner are kinda not that impactful and can easily be replaced by other operators. But if you really want them, or you really want the thickness, then don't let me stop you from rolling on this banner. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and make sure you enter the contest. So yeah, thanks for watching and good luck.